Hello guys, welcome to another trade recap and forecast. So starting from last Wednesday, let's see what has been happening. Euro and US dollar is the first on the list. So let me find last Wednesday. It was around here and we were just very flat, very corrective, very range bound. Nothing much was happening. We had this large push down, but then a clear aggressive retrace going back up. All right, I was looking for possible liquidity sweeps. Liquidity sweep is a reversal out of a range, okay? So when you see a range, you spot the extremes of the range, the upper liquidity and the lower liquidity, and then you look for a reversal, right? So it went into the lower liquidity right here. This would have been an entry. I did start trading it on the euro and US dollar as well, but looking for very high probability setups with a lot of confluences. So currently trading the sweep on the Aussie US dollar and the euro and US dollar, but on the euro US dollar, I am a bit more patient. I am a bit more, let's say, I'm waiting for more confluences to line up. So although this was a nice liquidity grab on the bottom, I wanted a bigger blue candle. I wanted a bigger shift in momentum, wanted a more buying pressure. So this was not enough for me to enter on a buy setup, and then it just kind of went lower. So it negated the whole setup for me. Maybe some people took it again. Didn't fit my personal plan, but I really liked this corrective range bound flat price action. That was looking really high probability, really nice. The entry has been released to our Zentum traders, so the liquidity sweep is now live in the Zentum community. If you want to learn about it, check it out at zentumtrading.com. And I did have my order on for a reversal right here with a 10 pip stop loss or 11 pips for the spreads. I have basically made the stop loss smaller for EU and AU from 12 pips to 10 pips because of the volatility. The volatility has died down a bit, so it makes more sense. I'm going to make more percentage with a smaller stop loss. So it's now 10 pips or 11 pips if you want to count in the spreads. So this didn't tag me in. It was looking very nice for me because I saw a nice small descending into the lower liquidity of the range. So I was still looking at this liquidity area. So that was a high probability setup. Just could not commit, could not tag me in. And when this wick printed, I did remove the order. This is looking still very nice. I'm definitely going to put it on the watch list. I'm definitely looking for some buy setups. If this can pull back with this candle and then the next candle does this with a nice clean close, my order will definitely be on for a break and retest, 100%. If we can get a nice flag here, I'm going to look for that as well. Or if we can range around a little bit, tag this level, okay, then I'm going to be interested as well for a nice buy setup. So I'm looking for buy setups. I'm expecting this price action to reverse to the upside. I'm seeing some very nice momentum in this candle, clean close, this candle, clean close. Okay, a little wick on the top, but definitely these two candles are really nice. This is exactly what you want to see. If you just compare the size of these candles to these ones, see how small the momentum down was and then a clear shift to the upside. Perfect. Really nice, really high probability, really clean. So I'm expecting an uptrend and I'm looking for some buy entry setups. Okay, moving on to the euro and the Japanese yen. All right, so from last Wednesday, it was around here. Nothing much has been happening. No entries formed, no high probability entries formed for me personally. So it was very volatile as well. Look at this volatility, this huge news candle. Flag here was invalid because the entry candle broke the high. Gap, huge push up, huge push down, just very volatile, very corrective, huge wicks all over the place. So I'm leaving this pair alone. This looks very range bound, corrective, volatile. Okay, if I'm seeing this sort of price action, I'm not going to be trading it. Again, we have our entries for a clean trending price action and we have our entries for a really flat corrective range bound price action. But for volatile price action, for extremely wicky price action, erratic price action, we do not have any entries. All right, so we stay out of that market condition. So we have the trending, range bound, volatile. We have the trending entries, range bound entries, but volatile, we're going to stay out. That is why I'm being more patient here. How to identify a volatile, erratic price action? huge, absolutely huge wicks all over the place. This one, these double wicks, this one, huge candles. Look at this one, look at this one. Again, very big candles, very erratic price action. It kind of looks like COVID. Okay, if you take a look at 2020, go to EJ, you will identify this same sort of price action. And this is not something you want to be trading. So, especially because I'm not even trading the range bound entries here, this is definitely not clean trending price actions. Being more patient, looking for a large impulse up or a large impulse down. All right, just waiting for the trending price action. What does the volatility look like with my 12 pip stop loss? Looks awful. Okay, so my 12 pip stop loss looks absolutely tiny in this price action. So I'm waiting for the volatility to die down a bit. If I get a nice trend and a nice entry, I may even extend the stop loss, especially with the flags. I may put the stop loss at 20 pips. If price action is very clean, trending, I see a nice high probability setup. Okay, I will risk it, but with a bigger stop loss. So for the Japanese pairs, I can sometimes extend the stop loss if it looks really small. Again, I want to be in these moves, especially in clean trending price action. So why not adjust the stop loss to the volatility on the Japanese pairs? I don't do it on the dollar pairs because the dollar pairs are usually not that volatile, but Japanese pairs, look at this. If I get a trend and then a nice flag like this and then a 12 pip stop loss, it's just not gonna work. But if I put it to 20 or even let's say 30, then it may even be a good setup to take if this uptrend was really clean. So nothing is written in stone. You should follow your trade plan, your guidelines. In my trade plan, I do have an option to extend the stop loss on the Japanese pairs if the price action is extremely volatile, but there's a nice uptrend or a nice downtrend. So that's the plan for me. Again, EJ looking very flat here, so being more patient. Definitely not on the watch list. Aussie US dollar. Last Wednesday was around here, all right? So there was an internal reversal entry that Nico took, okay? Nico from Zentum Trading, he took a sell here. It did not fit my personal plan, but I'm not gonna comment too much on it. I personally wanted a cleaner ascending channel, take an internal reversal entry. Then we kind of ascended and there was a reversal opportunity right here. Okay, there was a reversal opportunity. The ascending channel was looking okay. Not extremely clean, but it was looking all right. So I was definitely seeing corrective price action to the upside. Definitely price was struggling to go up, breaking the highs, retracing, breaking the highs, retracing. Then we got a bit of momentum going down. For me, I just wanted to see a bit more momentum. Okay, so this was kind of borderline for me. It was looking very interesting, but I just wanted a little bit more momentum in this candle. I wanted it to be a bit bigger because the ascending was not that clean. It wasn't extremely clean. An extremely clean ascending would be this, that only breaks the highs, while this one broke the low right here. So it broke the structure. Again, if you took it, I think it was a high probability setup, but just I wanted a bit more. Okay, so nothing wrong with it if you took it. For me personally, just didn't fit the plan 100%, okay? And it did end up being a 1% loss. If I took it, it would have been a loss. 10 pips. Yeah, would have been a loss. Good that I stuck to the plan, but even if I took it, I would have been happy with the trade, to be honest. It was such a small margin between it being valid and between the trade being high probability that even if I took it, I wouldn't have been smashing my head against the wall because I think it had a lot of confluences going forward. So if you took it, it was a good trade. Here on the top, no real entries. This was not in my trading time. Again, I start trading 8 a.m. London time. Here, I wasn't looking for a sell setup. I wanted to see a bit more momentum going down, so I wasn't that interested. And it was Tuesday as well. Mondays and Tuesdays, I tend to be a bit more patient, so I wanted a bit more cleaner prior price action. I was expecting this to reverse because of the ascending structure, right? But I just wanted a bit more, a bit stronger price action. And then we printed a large wick, so I was more patient. Then we dropped down, right? And I definitely was interested to look for a reversal setup. At one point, this candle was looking very high probability, was looking blue, it had a clean close because it was a running candle. And I definitely would have taken a reversal setup from here. Because the descending was nice, it was clean, it was small. It was exactly how I like it on the Aussie and US dollar. But again, price just could not commit. We just could not get a nice blue candle going up. So now I'm being more patient. What's the game plan? Well, I'm not going to put this pair on the watch list, but I would like to see this. Okay, then maybe a flag or a break and a retest. So I want to see a large push up and then some sort of an entry here on the top. I want to see large bullish blue momentum going up, right? Otherwise, being more patient. Otherwise, because of these small candles, I'm expecting a range. Today is a holiday, so I believe Labor Day, okay, 1st of May. Not expecting a lot of volatility. Really not expecting a lot of volatility, so I'm being a bit more, let's say, patient on the Aussie US dollar, especially because of these smaller candles not showing me a lot of momentum. Moving on, Aussie Japanese yen. So what's on the watch list currently? Just Euro US dollar. AJ, I do want to comment on some price action. Let's find last Wednesday. Okay, it was around here. I do want to comment no entries formed. This flag, okay. Now this flag was very interesting. Reason I didn't take it was the stop loss was pretty small. But again, in my new plan, I have put in that I can extend the stop loss on the Japanese pairs if the stop loss looks very small. Okay, because I have seen it happen a lot of the time where I don't take a trade because the stop loss is too small, and then the trade ends up flying into profit. All right, so this would have been a very nice big trade if I put, let's say, the stop loss at 20 pips, which looks nice according to the volatility. And I would have been taken out around here, so it would have been a nice 4% winner. I think that is worth taking. I think that is worth extending the stop loss. So for the future, I'm definitely gonna look to extend the stop loss if the price action looks high probability. For me, this price action did look high probability. I was seeing an uptrend, overall uptrend. Again, a couple of warning signs, broke the structure here, broke the low. This very volatile candle, huge wick to a downside. Sure, it does signify some volatility, but it wasn't a deal breaker for me. The deal breaker was that small stop loss. So yes, a couple of warning signs, but the main thing was the small stop loss. If the stop loss looked like this, I would have taken this particular trade. I think it was worth the risk with a good, big enough stop loss. So price breaks the high, retraces, goes up, retraces. No entries formed anywhere here on the top for me, no high probability entries. And again, same story as the euro and the Japanese yen, very volatile, very erratic, huge candles, huge wicks as well. Okay, if you did take this flag, I think the best decision was to close it at Friday evening, all right? So to close it at this candle, because again, current market conditions are a bit erratic. You have a lot of, let's say, the global markets are not that stable. You have a lot of events going on, such as wars, that are not that good for a clean trending market. Again, you can have a lot of gaps, you can have a lot of volatility, you can have a lot of erratic price action at market open. Okay, so when the market opens, you can get a gap, let's say like this. You get a candle, and then the next one prints up like this, or even prints down with a huge gap. So you never know what can happen. And just by looking at this price action, especially on your prop firm accounts, on your challenges, on your funded accounts, I think it's the best decision is to close it on Friday evening, not to hold it over the weekend, okay? I don't think it's smart with the current market conditions to hold a prop account through the weekend. Personal account, IC markets, personal account, you may want to hold it. It's up to you, okay? If I was in this trade, I would have definitely closed it on my FTMO, Alpha Capital, and DarwinX, but my personal IC markets, I maybe would have left it running, not sure. But again, as a good risk manager, the safest option, the safest way is to always close it before the weekend if you're expecting a lot of volatility, a lot of erratic price action, a lot of news, a lot of, let's say, global events, okay, to impact the markets over the weekend. So safest thing to do is to close it Friday evening. Current price action is not giving me confidence. I'm not going to put it on the watch list. It's not looking conducive. It's not looking high probability for the exact same reasons as the euro and the Japanese yen. So EJ, AJ, and NJ, they all look the same, and I'm being more patient. What am I looking for? For the volatility to die down a bit. Again, this 12 pip stop loss looks absolutely super small. And I'm looking for the nice clean trends to start. I'm not trading the liquidity sweep range bound entry on the JPY pairs. They're very erratic, so haven't really tested it. I'm only trading the trending entries on the JPY pairs, so being more patient, looking for a large push up or a large push down. Okay, pound and US dollar. Let's see. Last Wednesday was around here. Again, very erratic price action. Look, a lot of V reversal structures. See, push up, push down, push up, push down, push up. And it's all kind of stuck in this range bound price action with a large amount of wicks. See, triple wicks, large wick, huge wick, triple wicks here, triple wicks all over the place. A lot of wicks on the pound US dollar. That's not really a good sign. That's not something I want to be seeing, especially on the pound US dollar. It's a dollar pair. I want to see clean moves. I want to see clean candles. I want to see clean closes as well. So I was definitely not interested to take anything in this particular price action. I decided to be a lot more patient. Then we had sort of a clean descending structure. I was looking at this. This was looking a bit cleaner than the prior price action. See only the lows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, 6 consecutive breaks of the lows, which is nice. That's clean. And then a nice push up. This was looking very high probability, but I do not trade reversal setups on the pound US dollar, okay? I only trade them on the other 5 pairs, okay? I trade them on all of these ones except the pound US dollar. If this happened on the euro US dollar, I definitely would have taken, my order would definitely be on for a reversal trade because the descending is so clean. Because it's the pound, I'm not looking for a reversal. So the descending is clean, the push up is clean. I'm seeing a lot of nice, strong, bullish momentum here and here. Clean close here, small wick here. That is a sign of strength, bullish strength. My game plan, currently seeing a bit of selling pressure, but my game plan is to look for a push up and then for buy setups. So let's put this one on the watch list. Let's see what forms. Okay, EU has broken the high, or has it? 732. Okay, the high is the same. That's not a good sign. Printing double wicks, not something you want to be seeing. But let's see if the pound US dollar can kick back in with that momentum, and then I would look for a buy setup, same as on the euro and the US dollar. I'm seeing the descending, I'm seeing the bullish pressure signature, the bullish confirmation right here. So I'm expecting a push up. If a push up happens, I'll look for a flag or a break and retest to buy. So it's looking all right. It is on the watch list. It's looking high probability, but not for a reversal trade, at least according to my personal plan. Okay, I don't want to be taking it. So being more patient and looking for that signature, another push up. New Zealand Japanese yen. Let's see what happened here. Kind of similar story as the Aussie Japanese yen. So this was Wednesday. It was very ascending. It was looking very, very ascending. I was definitely interested to look for a reversal setup. It was looking clean. I liked the ascending, but it never happened. The reversal setup, we never got the bearish pressure confirmation. We never got the large bearish candle, so this didn't fit the plan. Because no entries actually formed, no high probability entries. Push up, large push down, very volatile, erratic price action. Flag formed here. This was worse than the Aussie Japanese yen. Let's check out the stop loss. Was it really small? It was kind of similar. This was worse because it broke the low. Okay, according to our high and low methodology, this broke both the high and broke the low. When I see that, that is a signal for me that I want to stay out. It's just part of the plan. Okay, I need to follow it. It's part of the plan. Most of the time when I see a candle break the high and the low in the same candle, it is a sign of weakness. It is a sign of a range-bound market. It is a sign of erratic price action as well. So I was definitely not looking for an entry here. I was looking for an entry on the Aussie Japanese yen, but if you remember, Aussie Japanese yen never broke the low. This candle never broke the low. So it is just one of the rules I have. That is why I wasn't looking for any flags here. Large impulse up, no entries formed. Gap, here you can see this gap on the market open. And again, very erratic price action, looks absolutely the same as the Aussie Japanese yen. Huge candles, huge wicks, huge double wicks, huge wick, range-bound market, corrective, very flat, momentum dying down. My game plan is to wait it out, look for a large push up, look for an uptrend, look for buy setups, or look for a nice clean downtrend and look for some sell setups. So that is my game plan for the New Zealand Japanese yen. It is the same for all Japanese pairs, EJ, AJ, NJ. They all look the same, being more patient, leaving them alone, waiting for that break of the high or the low, just waiting for the price to move away from the current price action, okay? I want to see price move away from here. On the watch list, it's gonna be EU and GU. EU not looking that promising, printing double wicks to the upside, not looking that good. GU showing a bit of selling pressure. Let's see if this can hit this level and then bounce off with momentum. So that's the game plan. Again, it is a holiday today, 1st of May, Labor Day. I think most banks and most big investors and traders are not gonna be trading today. So I don't think we're gonna get a lot of volatility in the markets. I may be wrong. That's why I'm closely watching the markets. I have my alarms set. I have my alerts set. But again, it is a holiday, so not expecting much action in the markets. That's it. See you guys in the next one. Hope you guys have a great day. And if you want to check out the liquidity sweep entry, which has just been released, go to zentumtrading.com.